It's that exciting time of year. The holidays are coming, our schedules are packed, and if you're anything like me, you might be feeling just a little bit out of whack. I just have this little bit of nervous, excited energy, and my body feels a little bit wound up, kind of like I can't relax. I think when we get to this time of year, we have a tendency to feel stretched a little thin, maybe worn out, maybe even quite a bit older. I've come out to a local trail today because when I do so, I feel lighter and calmer and almost like I'm 25 again. So I'm gonna go for a hike, calm myself down, and get centered before we celebrate 4 birthdays, our anniversary, Thanksgiving, and Christmas in the span of 5 weeks. I'm only going 6 miles. It's not a very long hike. It's really just to get me out here. And I thought while I was hiking, we could talk a little bit about how movement, especially in nature, helps keep us young. There's no magic here, just some sunshine, the trees, and the trail. I already have to take my sweatshirt off. We were in the low 40s this morning, but it's going to get up to the mid 60s. It's kind of still like fall in North Carolina, and that feels much better. Now I'm ready to go again. How old do you feel on the inside? I'm always fascinated by this because when I talk to my friends, we always think we feel younger on the inside, despite the, moans and creaks of our bodies. Interestingly enough, I talked to my mom recently, and she's 85, and she said exactly the same thing, that she still feels like that 25-year-old girl. So I'm always fascinated by this concept of our inner age, which moves much more slowly than our biological or chronological age, and why we feel so young inside. I have found that my inner age is somewhere between 25 and 30. What's yours? When we truly come of age, we think we're an adult and then that's it. But we have so many experiences in our life and so many things that can change us that, even at 25, you're still just a baby. But it's true, I think, that when you're outside and you're in nature, you can kind of anchor yourself to your younger self. Think of all the time that you spent outside as a kid, especially those of us around my age. We're the generation of kids that were gone all day. Our parents didn't know where we were within boundaries, and we were free to roam around. I think that by getting out in the woods again and experiencing this freedom and this feeling of being able to go wherever you want, that you kind of identify with your younger self. And being outdoors, even on a quick short walk, actually reduces cortisol, which is a stress hormone that causes inflammation in the body. And when you have inflammation, you age faster. So even if you get out and take a short walk, you can reduce your cortisol and other stress hormones in your body, and hopefully you get back to feeling like your inner age again. So I know you've heard that walking is kind of a miracle drug, that it keeps everything loose and everything moving, but did you also know that it can clear your head and improve your memory? And I think one thing we all need at this time of year is a clearer head. So how does our body reset our mind and make us feel younger? I think that one of those things is that it reminds us what we're capable of. Even though I just fell on the way down, it does remind us that we are strong, we are capable, we are physical beings, and we can still get outside and be active and play. I think we truly get a sense of ourselves when we were younger, when we're out here exploring and being curious and noticing, and yes, sometimes even breathing hard up the hill. So why is it so hard to just do it, like the slogan that we all grew up with? Well, for one, I think we feel slower than we were when we were younger. We don't give ourselves enough credit, and that we don't think that short walks or being outside without our backpack on or not staying overnight or not going somewhere special are enough. I feel like we sometimes think that adventures always have to be big, and so if they can't be big, we don't do them at all. And I don't think that that's the best attitude. And here's another thing, and it happened to me the other day. I went to the gym to do some strength training, and I was tired, and everything felt really heavy. And I had a few moments where I thought, oh, it's not even worth it because I'm not getting anything out of it. But then I try to remind myself that if we can reduce the stress, everyone will be happier and everything will be more fun. I'm coming back to get you. I want to continue to bring you along. So my goal this holiday season is to keep moving so that I can keep myself and everyone else a little more relaxed. These fell right off. Have you heard of this concept of blue spaces? It's any place with water. So oceans, rivers, streams, waterfalls, lakes, any place that has water. And they actually have been shown to reduce stress, to enhance our moods, and increase physical activity. They say that even just looking at water can help restore our brains. It's kind of like dampening things down a little bit and then helping us put things in perspective. Maybe it's the stillness, the chance to reflect, or the way that water just moves easily. But it is a scientific fact that when you spend time near water, your stress hormones will decrease and you will likely feel better. I have recently read about something called attention restoration therapy. It's this concept that nature helps replenish our directed attention, and that directed attention gets depleted when we're juggling too many things. Have you heard of it? I feel like that could be particularly useful at this time of year. This works by allowing us effortlessly to notice and pay attention to the things around us. For example, I'm just walking along the shoreline. I've seen several of these snail shells, and I didn't really have to think about it. I'm looking down on the ground as I walk up towards the woods, and I'm seeing blueberries all over the ground. It helps to clear the mental fatigue that we have from doing other things, because without paying attention to trying to notice stuff when we're out in nature, we really are just noticing everything around us. You know what? It is so nice outside today that there are so many boats going by. I think a lot of people are taking advantage of this beautiful weather. So I want to share a little bit about what I'm going to do this holiday season to keep moving. I've actually been working quite a bit, but I drive my car to a bus lot and then I take the bus to work. And so I've been getting off the bus earlier than my regular stop, and I'm walking. If I get a break at all during the day and I want a coffee, then instead of getting coffee in the bottom of the building where I'm working, I'm actually walking outside and going down to a different building. I can get the fresh air, breathe that in a little bit, and it's just getting light when I get to work, and then it is dark by the time I come out. So, you know, I want to make sure that I can spend some time outside. So even if it's just a little thing like that, I am trying to make sure that I can keep moving during the day rather than sitting at my computer all day. I am also trying to do at least one hike with my backpack every week. And really at this time of year, I'm not traveling far to go out in the woods. The days are just too short. So I'm just trying to use some local trails around here, get some good elevation, and I am trying to carry some weight in my pack so that I don't have to start from zero when I want to get ready for backpacking next year. Make sure that I can try to stay in shape for next year's hiking, backpacking, camping, etc. Boy, we've got a beauty of a day. It is just stunning out here. Really enjoying the hike. Really taking my time today. Normally I come out here and I want to rush through it. I really want to get myself out of breath on the ups and downs, but I'm really just enjoying and relaxing and stopping every chance I get to explore the shoreline of the lake, watch the boats go by. So this has really been very fun. I have finally got myself convinced that adventure doesn't need to be something big. Just coming out to a local trail, you know, enjoying like I am today, the last of the fall colors, the beautiful sunshine, and a little bit of heat that I can still feel from that. It's enough, and it has to be enough. And I think it works. So I'm not giving myself a hard time if I can't get out on any big adventures at this time of year. That will come, but at least I am getting out there. I always feel better mentally and emotionally when I do, and I am staying ready physically so that I can continue those bigger adventures whenever it's possible. What I've started to do is listen to audiobooks, which I've never really done. I didn't think I would really enjoy it. I can go walk for an hour, and I've read, if you will, several books that way. That's really enjoyable, and I'm just thinking about that as kind of me time. I'm relaxing and giving myself a little reward. I will say that listening to a podcast, obviously, or listening to an audiobook really makes the time on the walk go quickly. I'm really looking at it as kind of an emotional off-ramp during the holidays especially. I think if we can keep things relaxed and not get stressed out, we won't feel so worn out, so tired, and so old. This time of year when so much is happening, I think, you know, we move less. We get stiff, we get tired. I think our inner age then really shoots up. We feel every bit and every day of our age. But when we get outside and we walk or we run or we chase the dog or we play with grandkids, we reconnect with who we've always been. So as we get to the end of the year, just remember, we don't have to reinvent ourselves. We just have to remember who we always were. I'm not much of a resolutions person, but I do like to be consistent. And so before this whole New Year's resolution thing, I want to be in the habit of sticking with the exercise routine and having a plan so that I don't feel the pressure of having to do something new as the new year gets started, but I'm already into a well-established routines. I think at this busy time of year, having that outlet is really valuable. I'm hoping that it will help me feel younger because I'm going to be healthier as my birthday comes next month and I move into a whole new year. So come on, get out there and active today. Let me know how you get yourself moving and let's keep each other going. And please let me know if you like this Trail Talks format. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel, follow along for more midlife outdoor adventure and fun. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. I'll see you on the trails.